I think the thing is, like, I didn't have much to talk about, but also, like, it's an hour. So, like, what am I gonna do in an hour? Like, I said it's talking, but I don't know. But we'll see. Yeah, I still see people who are not taking the Yame announcement well. Which, yeah, I think I needed that stream to talk about it to get over it. Because I feel like I've not really thought about it since then. But I think it's also just because, again, I've not, even though, like, it did hit me for a little bit. Well, I think also the thing is, because I was gonna say, like, oh, I've known her for less time. Obviously, the people who've known her for the past, like, 4 years, probably, like, that's a big deal. But I think another thing is that people aren't really recognizing that it's like, oh, she'll still be back sometimes, you know? Like, it's not bye forever, you know? And I think once I realized that, like, that made me feel a lot better, you know? So just as a reminder, she's not gone forever. In fact, honestly, like, I feel like Ame would still want to be a part of quite a few stuff. And I think Yago and Hololive would be more than happy to let her, like, back on that stuff. So I think, honestly, it would be, like, 1 or 2 appearances a year at least. Which, obviously, is not a lot. But, I mean, it's still, like, I'd say for, like, what is to be a farewell, like, it's still pretty often, you know? You know, it's like John Cena the last 5 years. I made that analogy, I think, during that stream and last stream as well, but it's really what it's like. You know? Like, I truly believe that. The only way I find, like, I mean, not being a lot of stuff is just that, like, she's worried that she's just gonna, like, be a bother. Because it's what it sounds like she's worried about. But I think they would find a way. Like, I don't think it would be a problem. It's just, yeah, the introvert has to probably ask if they can come on, you know? And that's what makes it tough. Big tough. Yeah, it's kind of the downside of having, like, all introverts, you know? Well, not all. Like, Cece literally said she was an extrovert. Well, it was the freaking, literally the Myers-Briggs test. Which I literally crapped on, like, last stream, and then I think it was the day after was the Fauna Cece stream, so I just found that really funny. It's like, what's the timing in this, man? I have, like, a lot of weird, good timings with all that. I think, oh no, I think it was just with what's going on in my life, because, yeah, they brought up the driver's license with Kiara, Crony, Iris, Raora, and that was when I was, like, around and really complained about driving, which I still hate, by the way. I don't like doing that. Like, if I could just not drive, I'd prefer that. Like, for sure. It's just I live in America, so that's not really a viable option. Yeah, which is awesome. Those car companies, man, they gotta make their money, you know, because it's not like they're already rich enough. God, dude. I freaking hate everything. Yeah, it's annoying. I'm looking at stuff. I'm just making noises. Hopefully, do it. You know, lose it. You know, make it seem like I am still here. Yeah. I like how they're like, oh, the younger vote is like going more Republican. No, I think in all reality, they're probably more left wing. It's just they're also like, I don't want to vote for someone who won't promise us like any change or at all or something like that. Like, that's not the problem. Like, sure, it's men that are becoming more conservative, but I think still on average, younger people are more left wing. It's just, I think they're more progressive than they have ever been. So therefore, they want change, and you're not doing that. So then they're like, hey, well, this sucks. I'm not voting. You know, like that's what it is. You know. So like, I don't think it's necessarily like, oh, young voters are like becoming more Republican. No, I think it's just you aren't like doing your job as a politician, winning their vote. Basically, you're failing. You're not doing your job. It's why it's insane that you just blame freaking voters for that voting for you. It's like, that's your job. You can't get mad at yourself for like failing at your job, you know? Like, Jesus, dude. It's insane. People actually are like that. It's, good lord. It's like when people cancel themselves, like content creators, and it's like, oh, well, how did this happen to me? It's like, you did this to yourself, idiot. Come on. You're just doing what basically America does with all the proxy wars, where they just egg them on, and then the war starts like, oh no, how did this happen? It's like, shut up, dude. When freaking, you're like, oh, vote for us, but we won't do anything progressive, and then they don't vote for you, and then you're like, why didn't you vote for us? It's like, Jesus, dude. And also, if we actually didn't have the electoral college as a system, this wouldn't even be a conversation. But, you know, the founding fathers didn't want a democracy. You know, because they thought we were all too stupid. Just great, dude. Love it. Like, did they think we were gonna be too gullible? Because, like, that's the thing, too. Like, I feel like even if their mindset was like, oh, to prevent our dictatorship, we're going towards one anyway. You failed. Like, and honestly, it's because of the electoral college too, is why we're going in that direction, you know? Like, Jesus, dude. It's also dumb that's like the only system that's like that. Like, every other one is popular vote at electoral college. And Republicans aren't gonna want to get rid of it because it's the only way they'll get a president in office. The only way. So yeah, that's awesome. It's also so dumb that, like, I mean, I think it's just because people don't understand how the economy works. And I will say, whenever I hear like capitalist like terms and stuff, my brain shuts off. I don't care. But even I like understand at least how the economy works a little bit, you know? I'm yawning. Of course I am. You know, the whole thing of like, the beginning of a president's term is usually, like, economically is the result of the last president's term. You know? So like the inflation that they were all blaming Biden for, that was actually Trump's fault. That 7% inflation, that was his fault. And I don't know if you noticed, but the Inflation Reduction Act actually reduced inflation. It's down from like 7% to 2%. And like, yeah, Biden obviously done a lot of bad stuff. And like Kamala also, they're like there's some good stuff in there. You know, you gotta compliment the good stuff when they actually do good. It's just, like, it's stupid that people are like, oh yeah, Republicans are way better at the economy. It's like, no, you idiots, that's not how it works. Like, you're freaking getting, like, you're getting tricked. You're getting bamboozled, man. Like, stop. Because, yeah, they really do just take credit for the economy that the Democrat did, and then just bash the Democrat for the policies that they passed that made the economy that way. Which, yeah, then the Democrat has to spend their term fixing. I think, though, it's not like complete like ratchet effect where like I'm sure they could still pass progressive economic stuff even if they had like a Republican in office before and they do all the economic policies. God, why do I yawn so much when I'm streaming? I think they still could do it. This is obviously you gotta get rid of the bad stuff as well. I mean, it's also just insane seeing how bad Trump was, and people are still like, ah, yeah, no, I want to vote for him. It's insane to me. Oh, they just think this is like the best guy ever. I'm like, I don't understand you. This dude's arrogant and like only cares about himself. Like, I don't understand you. And I don't understand now why like he's doing so much better. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it's evening up again and I don't know. Well, I mean, because yeah, it was like a debate bump, but still, like, why is he +1 in North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona? I get those like polls are like, oh, +5 or whatever, but I'll be honest, I don't mean to be that guy, but I really don't believe those. I do not believe Trump is up 5 in Arizona. I'm sorry, but and like I get those are like really qualified pollsters, but it's just like I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't get it. Cause yeah, that's the thing too. Like, Kamala's always been up like nationwide the entire time, and even by like 5 points too. Like that's the thing. If it was the popular vote, it would not matter. It literally would not matter. That's the thing. And also something that's not even taken into account is like, if Kamala wins everything, like, or wins the like blue wall or whatever, and then loses the rest of the swing states, someone can just be like, eh, screw you, I'm voting for Trump, and then just ruin it. On top of all the other election shenanigans, they can just do that. And I think it's a Republican House that gets to choose the president. So we'd have Trump as president, Kamala as VP again. Like, awesome, dude. That's so cool. Because yeah, and also the Senate majority. I just don't get it. You know, I really just don't get it. And I'm losing my mind. I wish I could vote in this one, dude. I can't. I think I miss it by like, yeah, like 2 months, basically. Which is stupid because it's literally gonna be no different than when I actually do turn into adult, but whatever. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to see another poll come out from like those states because I just don't believe that he's like up 5 or whatever. Oh yeah, literally another one. President, general election, North Carolina, +1. Oh, Florida, +1. +1 in Florida. And what's his name? Rick Scott? He's up 2. And Kamala up 2 in Georgia. Like, yeah. I knew I needed to see more like freaking things there. I knew it. Oh, Iowa might get a Democratic representative this upcoming year. They might get one back because last time they have 0 now, which, you know, seems like fair representation to me. There's just no Democrat to speak of at all, you know. I assume Omaha is going to be the same way, where they're going to have a Democratic representative, if I were to guess. That's the thing also, is like there's not a whole lot of like tilt districts, you know. There's not a whole lot. Yeah, there's 11 total tilts and then 26 leans. And that was it. That was it. Like that's not very many. Is there a poll on like Boebert's seat? I think Boebert's winning. But House in Colorado. Oh, it's just a primary thing, it's not. Yeah, it's not her actual thing. Apparently, Ike McCorkle was plus 14. Although I don't think he's the one who's going up against Boebert. Pretty sure he's not. Yeah. I think those polls will bring it back. The like North Carolina +1, Georgia +2, Florida +1. Because yeah, also on the thing it has Florida almost likely, and yeah, Florida going down to +1. Yeah, that's definitely gonna bring it down. I think that's why Missouri is like so far out and likely compared to like other states, even though it, I think, voted stronger for Trump and like Kansas, Mississippi. Oh, no, okay. Is it just Kansas and Nebraska's first district? Oh, okay. I guess that's not too many then. I thought it was more. I was watching someone's election stuff and they kept making Mississippi likely, which is why I thought like, oh, so Mississippi voted likely in 2020, but it didn't. In 2012 and 2008. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I think Texas is gonna go lean. Especially all the shenanigans we're doing with like the election stuff. Same with Georgia. I don't know if Georgia's gonna win or not, because they're also doing some things down there. They're doing some moves, some rat tactics to get him out of there. Yeah, like, I don't believe this prediction because it has Minnesota at less of an advantage for Kamala than Texas is for Trump, and I don't believe that. Especially since Kamala's VP is Tim Walz. Like, absolutely not. Didn't Biden win it by like 10? Oh no, he won by 7. Never mind. Who won by 10? Was it Obama? Oh, it was Obama in 2008. Okay. That's probably what I'm thinking. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota honestly went double digits. I feel like there's a lot of stuff, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised with how this turns out. I think just like turning out better for Republicans, though, is honestly like the only thing I don't see. But maybe that's just me trying to be a little bit optimistic. The thing is also, you have abortion on the ballot for Arizona. You have ending gerrymandering for Ohio to help with the Senate race with Sherrod Brown. You have, what is his name? Tim Robinson, something like that, on the governorship for North Carolina, so they're going to want to kick him out. Like, these states that, like, you kind of need, like, they're kind of close and up in the air, like, for big races, they have something else on the ballot that, like, people would be more willing to go out to, and stuff that left-leaning people who would probably vote Democrat would vote for. So that's also why I see like it being a stronger showing. And also I think presidential years, Democrats just do better. So there's also that. Which makes sense, because like, yeah, there's a big man at the top of the thing, you know? With midterms, they don't have that. So you probably don't really pay attention other than like maybe Senate. Yeah, dude, my first election's a midterm, and I don't get to vote on my state Senate. The freaking one midterm where there's not a Senate member up on the freaking ballot. It's awesome, dude. I just get to vote for like representative and like other state stuff. Fun. Actually, I think I vote for governor. Yeah, I vote for governor. There's at least that. You know. Yeah, I won't be able to vote for senator. I feel like I've so easily doxed myself, like where I live. It's just like, honestly, I think when I turn 18, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Or like, at least especially if I go to like college. Like maybe not say which college I'm at, but like just saying what state I'm in or something like that, maybe. Yeah, I'm sure I've doxed myself so many times. Like, I think honestly, at times it is good that nobody's watched me, because like, yeah, I would have for sure doxed myself. It's just like, since nobody has watched me, like I've been fine. I think that was another reason though why I was like hesitant to like, again, in a world where like I didn't have to worry about politics and stuff like that. Why I was worried about like joining a corporation like that is because I just doxed myself super easily. Which, yeah, I think they do like have a character, a part of it, to make it like easier. So they don't do that, which I think I would probably have to do the same thing. Why not to make up a story? Or like a character type of thing, so I could not dox myself on accident. The thing is also like, I feel like that's hard for me too, is like, I'm someone who wouldn't care. Like, I'm a person who would want to be a VTuber, but also wouldn't care if people saw what I look like. Right? So like, if it got leaked, I'd be like, eh, whatever, that's fine. You know? Like, eh, whatever. Like, if it happens, it happens, you know? Like, I don't think I'll show myself on camera. Like, I would rather be like, if I did have a VTuber model, a VTuber, but I mean, yeah, it's like, whatever. You know? I don't really care if my face gets shown. Which is also probably why it would, like, circling back around, why it would be hard for me to be a part of a corporation as well, like a VTuber core. Like, it's a shame because I feel like I'd really enjoyed doing that stuff. It's just I feel like it'd be a liability. It's unfortunate, but you know, what are you gonna do? Again, like, I think I'd really have to make sure I was doing a character. I think honestly that's why I, like, that's how I'd lose more VODs, like, if I was a part of like All Life All Stars, is like not by saying stuff that would get me like banned or something, like saying like M-rated stuff, but it's just for me doxing myself accidentally. That's more of what it is. Because I assume when anything like that happens, they cut it. Like they don't have the stream up anymore, which makes sense. So yeah, I think that's how I lose more streams, honestly. Is because of that. I'm really hoping that VP debate like can give Hummel an extra bump. I think it should. I just want Walls to like talk about stuff that he actually like, I feel like he believes in, because I feel like he just hasn't talked about much because Kamal has been like such a centrist or like right winger at times, and it just sucks. Like, I wish Walls would speak more of what he actually believed in, because he's so good at it, dude, and like it's talent that's just being wasted because like Tim Walls accepted like the like socialist like label that they just gave him. He just owned it, and like, yeah, it it fell flat because of that, you know? Like, because he owned it. But freaking Kamala's running away from it. And so, like, you're giving validity to the freaking label. Like, if you just owned it, you know, like... I mean, I'm sure there's a way to own it and, like, it be bad. But, like, the way Tim Walz did it, and I think what helped with Walz was, like, he had, like, a resume to prove, like, what he actually did. I'm sure that's what helped. But, like, dude, I really just wish he would speak on what he believed in, or, like, some progressive messaging, man. Because, again, I just feel like it's so much wasted potential. Imagine, like, a Tim Walz, Pete Buttigieg freaking pairing. My god. Yeah, I would think if there's an establishment pick, actually, probably be Elizabeth Warren, wouldn't it? For, like, president, like, Democratic president, or, like, Pelosi. How old are they? Well, I guess with Biden did matter. But, okay, well, Elizabeth Warren's 75, and then Pelosi is 84. Okay. So maybe not Nancy. Elizabeth, maybe. And that's a real big maybe. It was when Ame said maybe on if she was gonna come back. Maybe kind of a thing. I think it was a full-time. Wasn't that the question? Like, if you come back again full-time? Is that what it was? Because I feel like it'd be weird if she was that. Yeah, it definitely was that. Because, yeah, it was like the maybeest maybe I've ever heard, but like everybody was on hopium for it. And I was like, I smell some hopium there. Yeah. I just went from talking about politics and I'm just like, alright, I want to talk about Hall Life stuff. I say it every time, but it really just... It's insane, my duality of just my two interests, dude. Like, my two biggest ones, anyway. Like, it's insane. But, yeah, I mean, the GTA stuff ended. Was that Sunday when it ended, or was it Sunday last day or something like that? Because I feel like I would talk about it if it ended. I will say I think I still enjoyed the Minecraft one more. But I enjoyed both, you know? It's just I think I enjoyed the Minecraft one a little bit more. I think it's just because, like, I like the aesthetic of it more, and, like, I don't know, it seemed more fiction, I guess. Whereas, like, with the GTA one, it was very clearly roleplay. Which is weird, because, like, both of them were roleplay. So, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like, it's just like a vibe, I guess. Like, the vibes of the Minecraft world I liked a lot more than the GTA. It probably also was just because, like, the GTA one came so, like, quickly after the Minecraft one, probably. I think that's also a part of it. You know? Because I think also, like, the Minecraft one was really my first experience with, like, people doing RP in, like, Minecraft. And really just mainly watching RP in general. I mean, I've watched people's, like, short, like, Dungeons and Dragons playthroughs. Probably, like, hour and a half long campaigns or something like that. But, like, that's, I think, really it. I haven't watched, like, role-playing of, like, any other kind. Well, I guess I watched Smosh, actually. Like, Smosh games, and they do that with, like, the board games and stuff. Yeah, that was role-playing. So I guess there's also that. I guess just... It wasn't anything like that with Minecraft, like the Minecraft one, Ian Recco. It was, like, unique to me. Where, like, the GTA one kind of felt like the same. It was, like, similar vibes. It was like, well, we're doing this again. Like, again, I enjoyed both. It's just, like, I think why I enjoyed the Minecraft one more is just because it came first. Well, and also because I think I have more of an attachment to the EN members, and, like, obviously the GTA one was all members. So, like, it was nice seeing, like, the personalities more, for sure. Because I didn't really watch JP. I watched a little bit of ID. But like, yeah, I haven't watched like any JP much before then, so it was nice to know their dynamics a little bit. Sorry, I feel like I'm gonna burp, that's why I just talk. But yeah, I enjoyed both. I did like that Ibuki tried to do a red wedding, and then Kanai was like, nope. Ain't having none of that. As soon as Ibuki pulled out the knife. Because yeah, I think as people point out in the comments, like, she probably was planning on going for a little bit longer. Like, she was gonna have more of a spiel, and then just get shot in the head. And like, people were also upset with like, oh, well, she kind of ruined the moment or something like that. And it just reminded me of the freaking Mokoko and Ian Recco stop talking about love and give me your money. When Elizabeth and Nerissa were trying to have a moment. I think that was, those two are the equivalent of each other. It was like, oh Jesus. Oh, so yeah, why did the freaking like priest or whatever, like the dude giving the vows have a gun? I guess it's America, but like the police just like, yeah, the police also just didn't arrest her because like she only pulled out the knife. Like she didn't show any intent with it. She just pulled it out. Like, I think she couldn't do that. I don't think it was self-defense. The second time was. First time, I don't think it was. Because, I mean, yeah, sure, like, it's a knife, but, like, you know, I don't think she showed any intent with it. There's another moment of that, too, where the gang were in the police station, and I think there was, like, one of them there, like, one of the officers. And so, like, they were just, like, graffitiing in the spot, and I think they just handcuffed her. And then the rest of the police force just came in and just shot them. And I'm like, I don't think... Like, she only got handcuffed. I don't think they even shot her. Like, if they did, then sure, but, like, I don't think they did. I think they just handcuffed her. I don't think that allowed, like, you could use force there. If I was the gang in that spot, I would call a lawyer. Because that doesn't seem right. Like, that was the one spot for sure I was like, that, Because you also gotta remember, I'm, like, someone who is not a huge fan of the police. Like, in real life. So, like, I probably was, like, critiquing and trying to find stuff in there. But yeah, that spot just felt off to me. I was like, I don't think that should give you the right to use force if they just got handcuffed, you know? Like, alright. It's like, yeah, gotcha. It's like, what? And like, I think they did try to reason. It's like, yeah, no, we just handcuffed her or whatever. Like, or like, why could you shoot us from that? I was like, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's the one time really I had that. Well, Mocha definitely was like a highlight of it for sure. And Ina also. I feel like Ina had like a lot of like really good moments there too. Medical staff was like really great. It's full Moko just crashing all this stuff. Oh no, I will say last day Nerissa like driving up the pier and then hitting a wall, like, you know, just flying off into the ocean. Pretty great. I need that last like seatbelt ragdoll. Lack of a seatbelt ragdoll. It was awesome. It's pretty great. Yeah. Miko and Matt also had their moment with Ame as well. That was kind of neat. Dude, I'm lately, like, the thing I find kind of annoying with the whole anime thing is, like, I only get emotional when I see the comments and stuff, like, of people getting emotional. which is like kind of bugs me. I'm like, god dang it, people. Like, I get it, because like, yeah, they're going through it, but it's just like, dang it. So I keep thinking it's done, and then they just like put in like the like crying emoji or like the tearing up emoji. I'm like, god dang it, man. You not? This isn't a funeral. Yeah, I just feel like for those people though, you just remind them like it isn't forever. Like this time, like she actually will be back at some point. Who knows when, but she'll be back. I was thinking to myself though, also like after the RP, and I think it was because I noticed it because at the last day for some reason they were like, now is the time to do a bunch of relationship stuff. When like it was already over. I mean there was a few in there like in between, but like it made me think about Ian Recco again, and it was just like, God, how complicated that was. They're probably honestly, because I assume it's still like has a ways away, like chapter 2. Like they're probably going to have to like watch chapter 1 again just to like make sure they have everything, like they remember everything. And like keep the continuity of it. Yeah. I for sure would have to do that. I mean that's the thing though, when you just yes and stuff, that's the problem, is like if it's just something that's going to continue on, like yeah, you have to do that. You have to be like, ah shoot, wait a minute, hang on. Where are all the relationships again? So you can just keep going. Like yeah, that's probably the biggest downside of like running an RP in the format of Ian Recco. Is like, well, at least when your improv style is just to like yes and everything. It's just like, yeah, then you have that, and then it's a problem. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't super aware of GTA RP. Like I know like a bunch of people have like played it and stuff. It's just that was kind of like like that was definitely my first experience with GTA RP. I think there was like 1 or 2 clips I saw of people playing GTA RP, but like other than that, yeah, that was my first and like actual like look at how GTA RP is. And the seatbelt thing is hilarious. It will never not be funny. Just seeing them get freaking launched out, it'll never not be funny. It's still weird though, you have to wear a seatbelt even as like the dead body. I guess it makes sense because like yeah, you're still gonna get flung out, but it's just like I feel like even when you're just like, in that state, a seatbelt isn't gonna help you that much. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm dead wrong. Yeah, also the one where Narissa got flung out of the car twice when Fumoko was driving it. And like when I watched it at first, I was like, how did Fubuki get, like, why is Fubuki just over there? But then like I saw another clip of it, and it's like, oh, it's literally right in front of the hospital, that's why. That makes sense. Yeah, someone made a minute-long compilation of Fubuki just yelling Fumoko. It was pretty great. You know, Subaru had Kanade, and Fubuki had Fumoko. So yeah, there you go. It was funny too, because I think Kanade was like, you know, Subaru was saying Kanade a lot in the beginning, and then like towards the end was when Fubuki starts saying Fumoko. So it's like they kind of like passed the torch or whatever, like they transitioned into that. It's pretty funny. I just find my dynamic so funny of like me being an intellectual and then just talking about Hololive stuff. That's my dynamic. Like I feel like I there's an audience out there for me, right? It's just like I gotta find it. Which, you know, if these shorts could get recommended to more people, that'd be nice. For sure. That I would love that. But like they don't. They really don't. 5 shonen feed, awesome. 3 shonen feed, awesome. Dude, before they actually were like giving me something, but I guess now they've made it like enough shorts, now they're just like, eh, whatever. Who cares? Like, what the frick, man? It's freaking stupid. Like a Mario Kart clip did real well too. Like, those are definitely times I should have capitalized on it. It's just I didn't. For sure. I mean, I did have another one like the day after, like 2 days after, and then yeah, it didn't do as well, but I mean, a decent chunk was showing the feed. I remember because it was a Mike Tyson Punch-Out one. Like, one of the Punch-Out speedrunners actually showed up too. I think it was like the guy who was like second, like in general for Punch-Out. Kind of crazy. Yeah, I did get my 14.97, not in the same run, so it's not like credible, I guess. Like, I can't like confirm it on like speedrun.com or something, but I got it. I got my 14.97, and that's really all I wanted to do. I think it was like gonna be my last attempt or something like that, or like I said last attempt earlier, but like just wanted to keep going, and then I got it. It was what that was. So yeah, I just had to grind it out enough until he gave it to me. I was like, yeah, sure, there you go. Yeah, I probably should play games there again. The problem is it's just like games aren't very easy to make shorts with. Like if I do have a moment. They're not very easy. Cause like with the talking stuff, like I literally like it's already lined up perfectly to where I just need to like crop it so it's 16:9 or 9:16 on Filmora, and then like it's already cropped perfectly to like fit. So then like yeah, I can do whatever I want with the video. If I want to add subtitles afterwards, I can do that. But like yeah, when it's a game, it's a little harder. I probably should do like other stuff on shorts then too, like record shorts probably as well. It's just like I kind of prefer if they were like stream highlights, because like then they'll actively watch me for the stream and not just for like, oh, this is a neat recording, and then like get bored of me like within 2 seconds, you know? Because I feel like if I did that, that's like would be a lot of the time. I don't know, maybe if I also had fun with it or something, I don't know. Because like yeah, I guess I could do like the stuff I was gonna do for like the Hololive stuff, which is like show a holo clip or something like that, and then just like edit in my own like all kind of like reaction to it or something like that, or like do a skit afterwards. Like that could probably work, but yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I guess there's only one way to find, like, to know for sure, you know? I think what I want to do is, like, upload to Twitter as well. The only problem is, like, Twitter, I've been talking about, like, political stuff. That's the one downside. That I would just be throwing in, like, all live stuff. I guess I could just start doing it. You know? Because I have, like, barely any impressions. I don't get likes or anything to begin with, so... Yeah, I could do that. Problem is, like, the best time for me to have done that is probably the summer, and I biffed it. It's like it's gonna be a little hard for me to do that with like in this time. Because I think too is like I'd have to probably do it as I'm watching the short too, so I'd also have to be in the mood to make an edit of it. Like not only like make the edit, like I guess it wouldn't be too hard because I just would carry the clip over, but like I have to do that, and then the skit I would make afterwards, like I'd have to make a skit based off of that and make sure like it would even look good, which oftentimes like what goes on in my head and then when I'm actually doing it is very different. And it is in fact very bad. So yeah, I don't know. I have no idea about that. Or I could just on stream pull up like some of the clips and then just like reactions I had to them. You know, like make them more comedic, add my own spice to them. Which I assume is probably like the best way to react content. But like the thing is though, I've already reacted to the thing. I would just be putting like my reaction like that I had maybe, or like a joke I had off of it in there. Which I guess makes it transformative. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I don't think also it hasn't processed to me that like Ame leaves the 30th and like the vice presidential debate happens the day afterwards. And like that also hasn't hit me. Like, oh yeah. Or like I think it's one of those things where every time like I'm like reminded by them, like, oh yeah. That is the case on what's happening. Yeah, it is crazy how much it works if you just talk stuff out, man. Because the anime stuff I really got over like once I had that stream. Like I felt a lot better. And again, I think it was like having a mindset change as well of just like she's not gone forever. She'll be back. Maybe not like super often, but she'll be back. You know? So goodbye for now. See you next time, you know? I think some people just need to have that reminded to them. Because, I mean, yeah, 4 years of, like... I think she was somewhat consistent, wasn't she? She was, like, pretty consistent. I'm sure, especially in, like, those first few years. I'm sure maybe, like, the last, like, year or so, like, she probably hasn't been super consistent. Because, yeah, I think, like, she basically didn't collab, like, any of Advent, right? When they were, like, the newest gen.
The commerce platform designed for
I don't think she really did.
Online, on social, in person, and
or like streamed all that often.
Get the tools you need to
So
sell the way you want. Powered by Shopify.
Yeah. I do know that she's gonna crush it wherever she does next though. Like just hearing stuff about Ame and like her mindset and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, she's gonna crush it. She's gonna go far. Yeah. You just gotta keep that mindset of anime, you know? I mean, I'm sure it's not easy either, because, like, seeing a lot of other people treat it like basically a graduation as well. Which, I mean, I guess, yeah, it is in the sense of, like, yeah, she's not gonna probably stream anymore, at least for now, in the near future. But yeah, like she's still gonna be there. I'm sure like her appearance would be like enough. But yeah, I would assume that would include like Ian Recco. She wouldn't be able to stream her perspective since she's stopping all activities, unless like they'll give her an exception to like if it's like game stuff or like RP where they have their own perspectives. Because I mean, yeah, it would kind of take away some of the experience because like you wouldn't see what Ame would be doing on her own and stuff like that. But I mean, I'd also get if they wouldn't. I think though in most of those cases, like, yeah, they typically try to stay with someone. So, like, you can still get their content. You know? They're still there for content. Because I think that's what Bibu did day one. She didn't stream the RP at all. But I think she stayed with, like, Callie basically the whole time. I think Mume also didn't stream hers day one, but I think she also tried to typically be around people. So yeah, I think if they don't stream a perspective, like they typically try to be around other people. So like they're still like making content, you know? Or at least like if they're making content, people will hear them. That kind of thing. So I would think Ame would probably do the same thing. If, say like, Ian Reko Chapter 2 comes out and she's a part of it. Like, yeah, I think she would probably do that. Which, I mean, she does actually have, like, a nice out for that, because she has Gonathan. Yeah, the Diamond and the Pearl. So, like, that, she does have that, like, easy, like, excuse, you know? Or, like, easy ways she can just be with someone. So yeah, that's nice. I mean, this is also great too, because I feel like Gigi has like 2 really good paths she could take with it as well, depending on if Ame shows up or not. I'm curious where Gigi will take it, because I mean, I feel like Gigi will take it the sad route, because Gigi even said that like she originally wanted it just to be the end, but then Ame like showed that like she wanted to like bring it back, and so she switched gears. Like I think that's why A Knight's Tale, like that's literally what it was supposed to be, was like that sad moment of like Gonathan and then moving on, I believe. But you know, then it turned into Ame losing her mind over the diamonds. Again, like she was like so like, oh, I gotta find a way to like make myself Gigi again, like not Gonathan. But like I feel like it's fine, because I mean everybody else did it. You know, you got Tam Gander, you got Queen Mario, like a lot of other people did it. So like, well, I think the problem is for her because she had a picture of a dude in her head. Like even then, like I feel like the amnesia still works. I feel like honestly it's just best if she keeps it like how it is, because I feel like it's just gonna be funnier if when she gets her memories back. Like, I mean, if they did lose their memories, because I think Mume and Shiori were also like essentially hinting at like they never lost their memories. But also, I said it wouldn't happen first too. Like I feel like Mume and Shiori would be the two that would that would tease that. You know, they would do that. You know, so I feel like it's very likely it's a bait. I mean, that's the thing too. Like they don't know. I'm sure they just said that and like just throw that out there. Just throw it at a wall and just see what sticks. You know, because I do think they're gonna have a chapter for every gen, which would make it interesting if they're gonna add a new EN gen. I don't think they are. I feel like it would be most likely be ID for next gen, because ID hasn't had a gen in like 2.5 years. I think it was in like early 2022 when Gen 3 for ID happened. It's been a minute. Yeah, I don't know if they do an EN gen, at least like so soon. I don't think they do in next year, like a year apart again. I mean, I guess JP has so many gens, so I guess it's possible, but I mean, I think it's also just dependent on how many people they get. Like they sign on, you know. I could be wrong about that though. I do think that they're probably gonna go with 4 for EN now, because even like when Ame is like not gonna be there all the time, there's still 18 of them. You know, like that is still a lot. Although I think JP still gets like 5 per new generation too. Like crazy. Yeah, I think another ID gen wouldn't be that bad of an idea. Because I think also when I was looking at their sub counts, I think ID actually is like, I mean, they have a few in like the millions, you know? Like, I'll just go back on one bit. Yeah, because they have Kobo, who was 3rd gen, like 4th most popular Hololive member as far as sub count. She was ID 3rd gen. Yeah, and then Muna, then Ollie. Oh, yeah, I guess they haven't gone up though in like 100,000 a while. So in like a year and a half for them. It is still crazy though how much Coco has. That 1.4 million since 2021. Good lord. Oh, I guess she went down a little bit, but that's probably because they just unsubbed to her because she's graduated. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure ID's not doing bad. Okay, I guess they are more towards the bottom. Like on average, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's still not that big of a deal. Oh, Full Mocha just passed Bay. Yeah, I figured Full Mocha's probably gonna beat them too. Crony got 1k more. Okay, yeah, I think Crony will probably be the next one to hit 1 mil, and I think honestly be Full Mocha. Like, I think Crony and Full Mocha are probably gonna hit it like at a very similar time. If I were to guess, you know. Chris is also growing like pretty quick too. Like I mentioned that as well, but he's also someone who's growing like actually pretty quickly. As far as sub count anyway. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Nursa jumps a few people in rankings, not in real life. I'm sure that was fairly obvious, but yeah, I don't know, man. I think she's definitely gonna pass Aofi. She's only 4k away from Aofi. Yeah, I think in order of Advent, it's probably gonna be. Yeah, I think it's definitely gonna be for Advent, Fuamoko, Nursa, Bibu, Shiori. In order for who would hit 1 million in Advent. And who's left to promise, it would be Crony, Bay, Fauna. Yeah, I think Crony's gonna be the next one to hit it. Fuamoko's gonna be after them, then I think it's gonna be Bay. Yeah, Louis and Aroha seems like they're not really growing at least as fast as the two below them, so that's why I say that. And yeah, I think Fauna just doesn't have a high sub count because she just doesn't collab much with people, but like hearing how like kind of introverted she is, for like a rare word, like way to say it, it's like summoned up super easily and like quickly, like it makes sense. I think Shiori's the same way too, which is why she's also real low down there. I feel like also though it's like what makes it surprising Cecilia so low, but I think it's just like she is like obviously they're part of like the newest group, you know. Yeah, I think Justice is still like the newest gen, so it makes sense. It's just, cause yeah, she also is like really innovative with her streams. It's like, okay, well this is like kind of out of nowhere. Like she'll just do these like random bits like on her solo streams, and it's just like she just straight up like codes something. It's like, okay, all right then. I feel like Cecilia, like just with that, I feel like Cecilia is super underrated. Then, like even before all that, like Cecilia was my favorite. And again, I think it was just like the juxtaposition of her being a part of Justice, just with how she acts. Like just hearing that, like and just seeing the juxtaposition. Like, I feel like it's really funny. Honestly, same with Aurora too. The only two I feel like that actually like I would believe are in Justice is Elizabeth and Gigi. Aurora and Cecilia, especially Cecilia, I'm like, are you sure? John Cena, are you sure about that? For Justice, though, you know. And she says she's going to be a pacifist, and then 2 seconds later stabs someone in the back. I think I'm just going to remember that clip just because it's so funny. Like, alright, I'm going to be a pacifist. Just 2 seconds later, just stabs him. It's like, wow, alright. Yeah, it sure seems like she gains 1,000 every few days. Or I think like Nerissa, it's like 1 to 2 days she gains 1,000, just like for comparison. Yeah. Momoko, have they been growing recently? I mean, how much of menaces they were in the freaking GTA server. Like, I'm sure that also has helped them, too. Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, that helped them out big. Right? When did it start? The 17th or something like that? Yeah, they gave him, like, 10k. Like, they gave 16k throughout that entire GTA thing. Wow. Yeah, that really benefited them. I mean, it makes sense, because, again, they were freaking menaces, like, in that collab. Or, like, in that RP. They're definitely a highlight of it. Yeah, I did not think that helped them out that much. Dang. That's crazy. I assume that day 2 of the GTRP probably helped Crony. that was funny. Oh yeah, I never said it, but like, when Crony just ran out the police station and like you just hear Ollie say, "What the fuck?" Just like, and it fades out. It gave me such huge like Henry Stickmin vibes. It was really funny. I think the whole Crony thing was honestly probably my favorite part of the GTA thing. Like there was a bit in there. Like I think them like not having their seatbelts in was probably my favorite part. But like as far as like a bit, it was probably like Crony's whole situation in the second day. That was pretty great. Yeah, you know, Mother Nature just wants to be by herself usually, you know? Well, actually she doesn't, because she says she gets lonely easily. Never mind, Mother Nature does not want to be alone. I take that back. Yeah. I wonder what the holotrack is going to do for Amelia when she hits affiliate. Like, are they going to have a thing for her? Because I know they would say that she graduated because she didn't. That is factually incorrect. Dang, Ame, Ina, and Yara have not gained 100k in a while. Ame hasn't been since 2022. Like, two years and a month, basically. I think that'll change come her, like, her final day. I think that's going to change. She'll probably get to 1.8. That final day. Because I think her view count is going to be, like, the people watching is going to be crazy. Which, again, I'm probably not going to watch it because I do not want to cry for, like, 3... Well, also, what day is it on? It's on a Monday. Okay. It's also on a school night, so there's also that. But yeah, I also don't want to cry for, like, 3 hours straight. Thank you very much. Yeah, Ina hasn't gained 100,000 since January 2023. and Kiara hasn't got one since almost exactly a year ago. I guess, yeah, because like they have so much already, so like it's really hard for them to gain new people, I guess, is the thing. You know? That's probably what it is. And why it takes them so long, especially for Ame, Ina, and Kiara. Because like Callie and Gura, I think, still have like casual people, or like people who are just getting into VTubers. Well, and also Callie has singles. So also like they probably get recommended her music too. It's probably another thing. So yeah, they get subs that way, because yeah, Gura doesn't even like stream that often. She even joked that she's a part-time streamer and she still gets more subs. Like, crazy. Like, I think she's still gaining too. Insane. Okay, she hasn't gained since the beginning of the month, but she hasn't gained to 10,000, but like still kind of insane. It's still kind of nuts though. One thing is though also is I think since she has like that part-time streamer status, like her streams also such a bigger deal because of that too. Like ironically. He also has that going on, which is funny. Yeah. I think Crony's gonna hit 1 million first, and then it'll be Flomoko. Because Aroha and Louis seem like they are... Oh, they're still growing. Okay, so they might beat Flomoko. But Flomoko gained real fast, I don't know. And they just have like the Japanese skill too, so like if JP people watch them, like if there's new JP people from the GTA RP, and like they come to watch Flomoko. There's also that. Because yeah, they definitely have the advantage over, not really ID, because ID has JP, EN, and ID. Like they can do all three. But yeah, Flomoko definitely has the EN JP part where like JP doesn't really get EN a lot. You know, I think like if they do get EN, it's because the EN people can speak Japanese. It's not, you know, like where the Japanese people can still speak Japanese. Where like with Flomoko. Well, to be fair, I don't think they really like, unless it's like a super chat, probably they don't really like talk about this message as much. I think Bay did. Actually, Bay does. Sometimes. Yeah, I'm just looking at sub counts again. And like I'm already over, technically. I'm just looking at sub counts. I think I just find the statistic part of this like interesting to me. Which is funny because I'm not in statistics in math. That's not my math class. But I think I'm very interested in statistics, so that the irony in that is crazy. Yeah, it's just so interesting to see this stuff. I guess Bibu and like Kyler are in the same thing too, where they probably don't collab with people that much more popular than they are. It's crazy though to me that like Fauna has as few as she did, because she did collab with Gura like a lot. Same with Crony. So like, I assume it's like the Derp Crew effect, which I said it last time, but if you don't know what the Derp Crew effect is, it's named after the group that Chilled, Chaos, Zero, Viking, Golem, like Tom Fox. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 other people, I can't remember. But yeah, all the subs went to, and like views went to Chilled and Z. So like that's basically the same thing I'm talking about with like the Derp Crew effect of like, I think all the subs and the views went to like a specific person. Because I guess, yeah, maybe with Gura, like, she might have been so popular at that point, but yeah, it wasn't really trickling down as much. Should you think it would? Which I hate that I use trickle down. You see that thing in the corner, you know I hate the term trickle down. For sure. Yeah. gen is Sora listed under? Because isn't Sora like the first member of... Okay, 0th gen. Oh, she might debuted first, but yeah, it was like still old gen. That's probably what it was. And I realized Suisei was like a part of that first group. I would have thought she would have been like 1st or 2nd gen. Now I realized she was a part of it since the beginning. Oh yeah, another thing with Hololive though that like would be kind of hard is just managing who's like senpai and who's kohai, like who you'd have to call that to. I think with Holostars they like don't really care about it as much. Because I think I saw Gerard and like an Elizabeth interaction. Elizabeth kept calling Gerard senpai, and he's like, you don't need to do that. I mean, that's just the thing too, is like I think guys just don't care about that. We just see each other as equals. I mean, I think it's the same thing, but it's like, you know, just don't really think about mentioning it much. I know they call the Hololive girls like senpai and stuff too. When they would collab with them. I assume they still do it. Well, yeah, because Elizabeth called Gerard senpai, so like, yeah, I assume they still do that. I wish they collabed more with each other, man. I guess it's probably just because there's like so many of Holostars and then there's so many Hololive at this point, and it's just like, yeah, because like it was different when it was just, what was the first gen of Holostars? Tempest? Is that their name? It was just Tempest, and then it was Myth and Council and Iris. Like, I'm sure then it was like not as hard, or like it felt like a lot more natural, a lot easier to like have them combine, because again, they still weren't that big, you know. Like they had about as many members then probably as like EN, like the EN branch does now, for Hololive. So that's also probably why. I guess also outside of Holosoul, I don't think there really was that many collabs between them. I mean, there was Kobo and Regis and Axel. Yeah, I guess Regis actually was, he showed up a little bit, and Axel I think showed up for a Worms collab with Hololive. I think Regis was part of that too. Yeah, I think Holostars also just started collabing more with ID as well, more than EN. I know Gerard and Ollie have had a few collabs. Obviously Kobo has been with Regis and Axel a lot. So yeah, I just feel like it'd be cool though to like see them like cross paths more, because like, yeah, Elizabeth was a part of a Holostars collab, like I can't, content warning, there it is, content warning collab, but that was it. I thought maybe it was gonna go a little further than that, but it was just the one time. I was like, oh, alright. Yeah, if I were a member of Holostars, I think I would want to reform that, because like I think I would still like the Holostar guys, like don't get me wrong. It's just I'd like to give that window of opportunity more, you know? Because I feel like it's also very telling with the sub counts of like who actively is watched. Because I think the most sub to like Holostar has like 300k. Like they only have more than Cecilia and Gigi. Everybody else has more than them, even Raura and Elizabeth. So yeah, they don't really get much mention, you know. I think that's why, what's his name, Robaru? I think that's why he's the most sub to, because he would actually like collab a decent amount with the Hololive girls. Same like Regis and Axel and Vesper and Desmond. I think that's also why. It's because, yeah, they would collab with the Hololive girls. So that's why. Yeah, I want to do that. Because, like, I just feel like there's just kind of this weird taboo that's probably, like, forming as well. And, like, I just want to break it and just be like, hey, we're all under the same banner, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I'm also obviously not a part of it. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, if they want to do, like, because I think a lot of them and their debuts have put like goals that they want to do. Like that would definitely be a goal I would put on my thing if I was a member of Hall Stars, is to like have more Hololive and Hall Star collabs.
At Amica Insurance,
You know?
we know it's more.
Ah, there's a
than life
freaking
events.
ad. Hey, good thing I caught it though. So you only got like 2 seconds of it. Also, it's not even showing the video. The video's not playing. I mean, the bar's scrolling by, and I assume the audio is playing, but I already muted it, so I wouldn't know, but I also should probably really end it, because I'm just going straight up like half an hour over. And it is a school night. I should make sure I'm fine. I want to ride the exercise bike, but I'm pretty sure if you work out like 3 hours before you go to bed, that's also not great. Like, it keeps you up. So yeah, I don't know about that either. And also my mom might be asleep, because sometimes she goes to bed, I think. Sometimes she like goes to bed like super like early at like 9 or something like that, or like even like 8, 7. And then sometimes she'll just go to bed like midnight. And I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? Like, I don't tell her that, but I'm just like in my mind, I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you up this late? I mean, I'm pretty sure pretty much every time it's because she's watching a movie, but like, still, it's just funny when I'm just like, what is she doing? Like, still being up. Oh yeah, real quick though, like, I just noticed that Kyla actually hasn't gotten another 100,000 since 2023. That's also kind of crazy. Oh yeah, Bibu also probably went up with GTA, because I think she also had some good GTRP moments. And yeah, she was with the JP members quite a bit. Some of them. But yeah, I think Womoka was such a menace and like stood out so much that yeah, they probably got a huge boost from that. Well, I mean, they did 16k subs over the whole event. Like, that's kind of big. That's kind of a lot. But yeah, I just want to see what the graph looks like for Justice. Like, if I can even go back that far, probably not. But yeah, no. Elizabeth's gotten 20k in the last a little bit. Those view counts are crazy. I assume like some of the big ones are probably her karaoke. I would guess. That makes sense. Are these in a month? Like, these are days. Why is it like 6 million a day? What is this even measuring? I'm very confused. Oh yeah, it seems like it's been a minute since their last like milestones though. Because Elizabeth's last was like 7 days after her debut. And Gigi's was 6 days, although I think she's at what, 297,000? Yeah, she's right there. CC I think probably hit hers recently. 68 days after debut. I think that was somewhere recently. Oh yeah, this is like probably their 3-month anniversary, right? Or like 4-month? July would be the first month. And then August, it would be their 3rd month, yeah. Because I think it was around this time in June, right? That they debuted. So it's been 3 months. It always feels like 2, honestly. Like, it doesn't feel like it just happened, but it feels like it was like 2 months. You know? I feel like they added an extra month. Although also the trick I've used for my brain, I think it only works because I'm still like decently young. It's just anytime I'm like, dang, that was that long ago, I just immediately, my brain feel like, oh, you know what? That actually makes sense. And then like immediately, like my brain, like I don't feel so bad anymore. Like, I feel so old. Which again, I'm like still like super young. I'm like not even an adult yet, but like legally an adult. But yeah, that's the thing I do all the time. It's just like whenever like my brain starts going to like the dang, like that was that like already that long ago. Like my brain immediately just snaps it into like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, it's like my brain basically just slapping myself in the face or just like pinching myself on the table or something like that. It's like, oh yeah, you know what? That actually makes sense. Yeah. absolutely. And just move on. I'm curious how if that would work with older people though. I'd probably just make that clip just because I'd be curious. Although people don't freaking get recommended this stuff. I'm angry about that. I hate it. It sucks. I also want freaking other stuff than politics. My Twitter, freaking what's going on, you know? Man, I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh yeah, Gigi also sang the freaking, was it September? For 8 hours. Like, my god. And yeah, she did it on September 21st, which I do remember, like, even back, I think, in, like, freshman year, I had the idea of doing stuff for September, like, September 21st, and I just forgot about it. You know? Like, because that was when I was listening to, like, just dance music and stuff, and, like, September was one of them. So, like, obviously the song was on my mind a lot. Yeah, and I stopped watching it, or listening to it, and I was like, ah, shoot. Oh, they're doing another Wild West. Oh, they're doing another Wild West TTRPG. Heck yeah. With Bibu, GG, and Pharma. That's probably a fun group to do it with. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna look so forward to those freaking clips. Dude, the one of Crony just being traumatized, that's so funny. I seen the Blues Kaido's freaking animations of it, and it's so great. I think there's some of my favorite Blues Kaido's freaking things. Oh yeah, they again with my freaking timeline being VTubers, and then look at this atrocity that happened. Yay, they killed an innocent person and they gave him the death penalty. Awesome, dude. That's so fun. That's so great, dude. I love that. Yeah, I should probably end it though. I'm a half hour over anyway. What happens to the music? Oh, okay, it just ended. Is there another ad playing? Okay, we're good. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I think the only thing is all platforms are 6 hours. I say that because also I had TikTok. I was doing stuff on there, and now I haven't. Whatever. Maybe I'll go back to doing it again. I don't know. Who knows? I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully I actually play a game or something, like in the mood too. I think I just need to play games, so then I'll get in the mood to play a game. But then, like, the thing is, I'm just watching so many clips, but now hopefully the GTA thing's over now. There's not as many clips, so then I can just play games maybe. That would be nice. Anyway, it's the same thing with the freaking Ian Recco stuff, actually. Funnily enough. It's just, I think there's a lot more EN clippers, at least that have been recommended to me. So yeah, there's a difference in that. Yeah, anyway, see you tomorrow. Goodbye.